good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for tuning out. Appreciate it. Please like this video as you come on in. I want to get talking about something that has been a bit of a hot commodity, a bit of a hot topic in the secret community over the last couple of years. That is the big bubble that has reemerged on all or most Air Max silhouettes. Where did it come from? Why is it such a thing? And does it make that much of a difference? Let's see. The Big Bubble first released in 1986 on the Air Max 1 model, actually, not an Air Max 95. It was debuted on the Air Max 1. This is what the Air Max 1 looks like in case you're confused or unsure as to what the Air Max 1 model is. And if you look at that bubble there, that air unit there, you see that slim window there that is not as big, doesn't pop out as much, not as thick. This is what it debuted on. This does not have the big bubble. Good shoe though, good shoe. The legendary Tinker Hatfield created the Big Bubble back in 1986. He helped out with a lot of the production for a lot of the Jordan models, I believe one, two, three, and a few others. So that man knows what he's doing. And it was released in 1986 and then pulled back as there was a lot of defects with the air units, a lot of cracking. Um, the bubbles were bursting just off of a simple jump, simple run, simple hop. And so they pulled back the production and it kind of faded away for a little bit. And now it's made its reemergence. Now let's take a look at a couple of shoes here. One with the big model. One with the big bubble. Let's keep it rolling. We gotta keep that going. One with the big bubble. That's so funny. Model, big bubble. Wherever your mind go with that, go with that. Let's go with the. Let's go with. Oh my God. I'm not stopping this. Let's go. We're gonna look at two shoes, one with the big bubble and one without the big bubble. The first gonna start with the Air Max 95 without. This was the SB Air Max 95 that released this January, this past January. And as you can see, that area unit, that bubble is kind of small, kind of slim, almost non-existent, almost just like an aesthetic to the shoe, but you would think it doesn't do much for the shoe just by looking at it, right? This is the pink foam. Look how I literally just showed like how big of a difference that is. This is the pink foam that dropped this past March at some point in time. Look at that bubble. So funny. Look at it. Look at that difference. Oh my God. Oh, I was hoping y'all could see this. Oh my God. That is a big difference. Wow. Wow. I didn't know it was that like that. Wow. I might not even need to say more. I was gonna go into the explaining of why. Look at that. Oh my God. I am astounded. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? Peekaboo. I see you. What is this? That's so crazy. That is really crazy. I might just, yeah, that explains everything I need to talk about. Also, the big bubble, it rounds out the toe. So if you look at the toe of this, the shape of the shoe here, it rounds that out completely. Versus the one here, it's more narrow, more straight, more pointy. Even that you can see. Like look at this one. Look how more of a curve it is. This one is just straight down the middle. Wow, that's something. That's something. And then also the height of the shoe. Like if I go like this right here, and you can just see the pink one just sits up a little bit higher. And when I put one on, one left, one right, you can absolutely feel your foot, your heel sitting higher, a lot higher in the pink or the big bubble version than the non-big bubble version. And I was one of those guys like I don't care if it's a big bubble or not. After looking at this, after it does make a difference. It does make the shoe pop out a little bit more. Yeah, yeah. And maybe I would prefer. It's not like I'm gonna go away from Air Max if it doesn't have the big bubble, you know. But if you ask me, what would you rather have? Definitely the big bubble. As far as comfort wise, like putting one on versus the other in the toe shape, I didn't feel much of a difference, honestly. They've kind of both felt the same. I just felt like I sat higher in the one with the big bubble, and I felt like it just felt more cushioned. It felt better in the heel on the big bubble, but the toe, as far as like the actual like comfort of that, didn't really change too much for me. That's the shoe. I mean, not the shoe. I really want you want to talk about the bubbles and why they were created, why they were stopped in production, and now they're kind of brought back. So yeah, 1986 started with that Air Max one, like I said, Had to pull it back, had some cracking, some popping, some defects, brought it back. I just think overall the return of it was to one kind of put eyes on Nike again as they were kind of falling down the popularity scale, and I kind of needed something to go off of. And anything if you ever tie a sneaker to an OG or something of the later years, it'll kind of get people to kind of gravitate to that again. That's the same thing they lost and founds, reimagined, any of that stuff. Nike's big on like just trying to get people because a lot of the folks now or the older generations of the sneaker collectors that they always say it's never what it was. The models, the materials used, all of that stuff is just down now. They always say it's never be the same. So when you try to bring those people back in, you got to tell them, hey, we're going back to what you originally loved, what you know us for. And that was just another pull here. And I'm not saying it didn't work because it definitely you can feel it and you can see it when you put them side by side. And like they're here to stay. Like you can find a lot of big bubbles, like on even like non OG colorways. Like I was in the mall yesterday, and I saw a few just Air Max 95s, just random put together colorways, but they have the big bubble. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I just wanted to show y'all that right quick. Talk about the big bubble. Is it a thing? Does it really matter? Be honest with you, like I said, it won't stop me from buying a sneaker. However, I would prefer that big bubble. That is for sure. That is my time for today. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate it, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Enjoy y'all week.